This is Verl Osmond, George Verl Osmond Jr. to be
The normal one in the family.
Yes.
The only normal
The
one.
only normal Osmond living.
Oh.
Really? Well, maybe not, but that's okay. And named after his father, George Verl Osmond, and just a great man, and just love him to death. And he has compiled all these recipes over the years. Well, my grandmother, Olive Osmond, has compiled all these recipes over the years, and my father has kind of taken care of all this, and has all these photos and recipes that we thought would be kind of neat to share. Dad, why don't you tell the story?
Well, I'll tell you, it's quite a legacy over the years. Grandma had preserved all of these recipes, and back in the 1970s, when we had the Donnie Marie show during the studio, we had an opportunity to converse with a lot of fans throughout the world, and many of the fans would send recipes to add to Olive's collection. And it was during that time we had the fan club. Remember that?
I remember the fan club.
Boy.
And you were in charge of the fan club.
I used to sneak in there all the time and
I tell you,
put the costumes on that the Donnie Marie show had. I got in a lot of trouble for that, actually. It was very fun. Yeah, I had a good time.
You remember the segment on the show when we're going down the table, the big, long table?
Oh, yeah, the Osmond Christmas specials.
Yeah,
those
you're
were fun.
kind of out there waving at everybody.
Yeah, I was
I
a
thought
ham.
you were quite the ham in
I
those days.
was, yeah. Still am. It's okay.
Yeah. We had a lot of fun.
And we did have a lot
But
of
getting
fun.
back to the fan club, what was so unique, there's a story that it all began in the kitchen in our home back in Ogden, Utah, back in the 1950s. We would all gather around this table, and my grandmother, Davis, and my mother would compile this most wonderful food. And the aroma that came out of the kitchen was just, spellbound.
Grandma could
And
cook.
we
And,
all remember that.
Grandma could cook. Oh, yeah.
And, of course, remember when the little boy used to say, are we going to Grandma's house to have some homemade bread?
My favorite thing.
Oh,
She'd
boy.
never let me leave the house without making me just, choke down at least 2, 3, 4, or 5 pieces of bread, or with onions or whatever she'd put on it. I've actually grown to really love onions now, thanks to her.
Oh, well, but I preferred the butter and honey on it.
Butter and honey was
But
amazing. Her bread recipe
the
was
aroma that
incredible.
came out of
That's
that
gonna be on
kitchen
this.
was incredible.
I know. Grandma's awesome.
Yeah.